Hello and welcome to Dairy's Corner. My name is Ludmila. Today we're making this beautiful Anna belt. This is not a complicated project at all, but as I say, simple doesn't mean mediocre. So this project will be suitable for beginners and also for experienced crocheters, but I guess experienced crocheters know already how to make it. But still, I hope you will enjoy this simple tutorial, and if you liked it, please make sure that you like this video. Give me a feedback whether you enjoyed the project or not, and whether the instructions were understandable. So let's get started. Of course, for the project you will need some yarn. I am using a medium or worsted yarn. I believe this is just a generic Michael's cotton yarn in a big cotton ball, and a hook. Mine is 4.5 millimeter one. You know, I like to work with the cotton medium yarn, so I'm just continuing the trend here. And of course, a pair of scissors. That's it. You don't need anything else. As I said, it's quite simple. To begin, we will need to make a knot. I usually put the thread in between my index and thumb and pull the yarn around 2 fingers, and then this yarn that I have a free end of goes inside of this little circle or thread that we have already on our fingers. I'm just gonna pull it through. I have my knot over here, and I'm gonna pull my knot even tighter on the crochet hook itself. If you pull it like that, you're gonna tighten it up. And of course, we start with chaining. For this particular project, the width is around 7 centimeters. For that, we will need to chain 9 plus 1 for the turning chain. To chain, you simply put your hook or yarning over, so your yarn is on top of the hook, and then you pull through. That's chain 1. Again, yarn over, pull through the chain that you have on the hook, chain 2. Don't make it too tight, don't make it too loose. Yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And as I said, plus 1 for the turning chain. So next we will start working a double crochet into the second chain from the hook. So this is our first chain. We don't count the chain that we have on the hook currently. This is the first, this is the second. However, we will not be working into the chain itself. We're gonna be working into the back bumps. Let me show you a little bit closer. So these are our chains, right? So if you turn them, then you can see the bumps on the back, and that's exactly where we will be working our first row. And we're working a double crochet. So again, second chain from the hook, we will be yarning over, or second bump from the hook, yarning over, inserting our hook into the bump, yarning over and pulling through. We have 3 chains on our hook. We will need to yarn over, pull through 2, and then again yarn over, pull through 2. So let's do that again into the next bump. We are yarning over, inserting our hook into the next bump, yarning over, pulling through, 3 chains on our hook, yarning over, pulling through first 2, yarning over, pulling the next 2. And we continue working in that way throughout the other bumps. Remember, we always work 9 stitches plus 1, or the 10th one is the stitch that allows us to turn our work without losing the tension and having the work looking nice and smooth. So continue working into the bumps. It may be a little bit complicated, So that's why you don't need to tighten your chains too much. And we're gonna end up with a nice clean edge. But later on we will be also working into that edge as well. Last bump I'm working in, yarn over, insert the hook, yarn over, insert, oh sorry, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. So we worked our first row, and now we will be making these kind of like wavy ridges. To do that, we will be chaining 3. So 1, remember the chain, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 3. So we have our chains, and then we turn our work so we can start working under these V's that you see on the top of the stitch right here. So we're gonna be inserting our hooks, we'll be inserting our hook right under these V's in future. And remember, you need to have 9 of them. If I count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and these are already our chains. So be careful and not to mess them up with our actual stitches. So I'm gonna be inserting my hook right over here, and again with the double crochets we are yarning over, inserting the hook, yarning over, pulling through, yarning over, pulling through 2, yarning over, pulling through 2. So you can see now there is a little bump. That is our ridge. So again, yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. So we're gonna work our stitches here in the same fashion, the same double crochets, and at the end we're gonna chain 3 again, and that's how we're gonna build our belt. Let me come back to you at the end of this stitch so you can take another look how we are working that in. So again, I worked my 9 stitches, worked my last stitch as well here, and I'm gonna chain 3 again. 1, 2, and 3. You can see it right over here, and once again I'm gonna start working into this space or into this stitch over here in order to build up my belt. Yarning over, pull through, yarning over, pull through. So as you can see, the bump is over here and over here, and you just continue in the same fashion until you have your desired length, depending where you're gonna be wearing it. So when you've completed enough rows for your belt, you will need to start decreasing and then create a tie on one side. So for that, I just finished my row. I chained 1 for the turning chain, and now what I'm gonna do is for these 2 first stitches I'm gonna make a together stitch. For that we do our regular double crochet, begin to make a regular double crochet. So yarn over, insert the hook into the first stitch, yarn over, pull through, and then what we do, we yarn over, pull through 2. However, we don't pull through the last 2, we keep them and we go into the next stitch right away. So we're gonna yarn over, insert the hook into the next stitch, yarn over, pull through, and again we're gonna yarn over, pull through 2, and now we have 3 loops on our hook, And we're gonna finish it here, yarn over and pull through the 3 of them. We're gonna do that same at the end of our stitch and also in the middle. So we're gonna work 2 more stitches regular double crochet, and then we're gonna decrease at the end. Okay, so double crochet 1, double crochet 2, and then decreasing again, yarning over, going into the stitch, yarning over, pulling through, and then again yarning over, pulling through 2, not finishing our double crochet, and yarning over, going into the next stitch, yarning over, pulling through, yarning over, pulling through 2. Now we have 3 hooks on the stitch, or on the hook, 3 loops on the hook, and then we're yarning over and pulling through all 3 of those. 1 more regular double crochet, and then decrease again, yarn over 2, insert the hook into the next stitch, yarn over 2, yarn over 3. So at the end of this row you should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stitches, and the next row we're gonna decrease as well. For that we're gonna chain 1 again, turn our work, and now do just 2 decreases. So yarn over, insert the hook, yarn over, pull through, 3 loops on the hook, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, insert the hook into the next one, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, and then yarn over, pull through 3. Another decrease, yarn over, insert our hook, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, not completing our double crochet, again yarn over, insert the hook into the next one, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, 3 loops on the hook, yarn over, pull 3. And on the last row you should have 3 stitches, and we're gonna make them all 3 together. So yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, insert the hook, yarn over, out, yarn over, through 2, yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over, pull through 4. So now we have only 1 remaining. That is exactly what we want to do. From here you will just need to chain however much you want. I usually do between 40 and 50 chains to make the ties. Like that. When you're done with your chains, you're just gonna fasten off, cut your thread, and pull your hook in this way. This side, what you would need to do is just to attach a new piece of thread. So basically you're going under the first stitch, going with your thread in and kind of looping it or pulling it through so you can tie a knot over here. We have our knot, and after that the first stitch that we're gonna make is gonna be into the same exact stitch that we just tied the knot to. So what we would need to do is to chain 3. So 1. So first you kind of pull the loop through and then you start chaining 1, 2, 3. And we're gonna make the first stitch regular, like without the decreases, so just regular double crochet. So it's gonna be easier for us to work out the decreases after. Don't forget, you should end up with 9 stitches. This first chain of 3 counts as your first double crochet. So I've done my row. After that I'm gonna chain 1 again and turn my work and start decreasing. So remember what we did. We did first 2 stitches decrease, so I'm gonna complete the decrease here. And then we did 2 stitches regular. Again, 2 decreases, or rather 1 decrease of 2 stitches. And last but not least, 1 more stitch and 1 decrease. And since our first stitch were only chains, you just need to go into the chain space. Don't get confused. So I've done my decreases. I'm gonna chain 1 again, and now we're gonna make decrease each stitch, so we end up with 3 stitches. After that, again chain 1, and now we're gonna decrease our 3 stitches all in one. So start the first stitch, the second, and the third. You are ending up with 4 stitches on your hook, so you yarn over through all 4 of them, and again chain 40 or 50, whatever you feel like, and fasten off. All is left to do is to hide your ends inside of your work. And that's it, the project is complete. Thank you so much for staying with me. Please let me know if you have any questions. I'll be more than happy to answer them in the comments. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye!